When empaths make the decision to confront narcissists head-on, the following is what may occur. Empaths are strongly opposed to violence. They will make every effort to avoid violence, as much as possible by avoiding those who are violent or strike out at others. They have a tendency to be patient and always hold back so that they do not become victims of violent behavior themselves. Nevertheless, empaths are also human beings, and when they are abused excessively, they can become outraged and violent. These 6 consequences are likely to occur when empaths decide to confront their narcissistic adversary head-on and engage in confrontational behavior. But first and foremost, we ask that you help us receive more exposure by clicking on the like button below. Remember to share this video with as many people as you can, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Thank you. 1. Empaths will take use of the silent treatment. Empaths are human beings, too. A good likelihood exists that you have either received or used the silent treatment from someone who has mistreated you in some way. When empaths grow enraged at narcissists, the first thing they do is cease all communication with them and walk away. Empaths avoid contact with narcissists and refrain from engaging in any sort of communication in order to avoid violence and revenge. One of the most effective and peaceful ways to cope with anger is to use the silent treatment, which gives the narcissist a taste of their own medicine by detaching them from the situation. When an empath becomes enraged, their preferred method of coping is to remain silent. Even though it appears unreasonable at the time, it is their instinct that is calling. What's more, how many times have you received the silent treatment? What kind of emotional impact did it have on you? 2. Empaths will bring to light the anxieties and fears of narcissists. Empaths can detect whether or not their partner is uneasy about anything after a period of time spent with them. Nevertheless, empaths do not bring it up out of consideration for the narcissist's feelings of kindness. When an empath becomes irritated and violent, though it is impossible to avoid this, it is the empath's job to bring out the anxieties and vulnerabilities of the narcissist. Their deception will be penetrated, and they will hit them where it hurts, and despite the narcissist's best attempts, there is nothing the narcissist can do to protect themselves. The behaviors of an empath are motivated by the vulnerabilities of narcissists. Narcissists are constantly on the lookout for attention in order to assuage their feelings of inadequacy. A sense of uneasiness propels them on in their pursuit of excellence. They intentionally make other people feel inferior in order to strengthen their own insecure ego. Narcissists will suffer feelings of vulnerability, threat, and discomfort when an empath brings their own anxieties to the forefront of their consciousness. They may make an attempt to answer, but they will be overwhelmed with feelings of embarrassment deep within. 3. Empaths will hold narcissists accountable for their actions. When there is a disagreement, the empath is frequently blamed by narcissists, regardless of whether the situation is their fault. In their belief that they are the only ones who know how to solve a problem, and that everyone else should just accept their solution, narcissists are unwilling to accept any responsibility for their actions. Whenever something goes wrong or when arguments arise, the narcissist is quick to blame and hold the empath accountable, forcing the empath to take responsibility and accountability for something they don't do. This is exactly what happens most of the time. However, when empaths get outraged and aggressive, the empath is no longer willing to accept responsibility, and the dynamic shifts happen as a result of this. The narcissist will be held responsible for everything, not just for the current situation, but also for any previous arguments in which the narcissist was unable to argue or react in any way. Empaths will use sound and unambiguous logic to beat narcissists, and they will also bring evidence to the table to make them feel defeated. When this occurs, the narcissists will very certainly lose. 4. Empaths will go no contact. Narcissists are not easily discouraged, and they will continue to attempt to win back the empath. An empath, on the other hand, will entirely disregard a narcissist once they have reached the point of no return. The presence of narcissists is upsetting to the empaths for a variety of reasons. After some time has passed, the empath is well aware that the narcissist will become progressively resentful of their presence. They are going to do it anyhow. They just want to be done with it. 5. Some empaths have a tendency to lash out and explode in rage. While this is a rare occurrence, everyone, regardless of their tolerance and fortitude, feels feelings of fury. Empaths are no different than everyone else when it comes to expressing their frustrations and rage. This is not an exception. They will lash out when they are no longer able to contain their rage and pent-up frustrations any longer. They may lash out with harsh remarks or even get violent, hurling objects at the narcissistic individual. Have you ever sobbed uncontrollably because you were upset with someone? Yes, and empaths are also affected in this way. I hope that this little explanation has provided you with a better understanding of empaths' relationships with narcissists. So, what are your thoughts on the subject? Feel free to share your ideas and experiences with us in the comment area below if you appreciated viewing this video. Consider subscribing to this channel and clicking the bell icon to be notified of new videos on the channel. Thank you very much.